And the last poet in the first round. Now, please welcome Trayce. Trayce, give it up for Trayce, if you will.
A princess only 20 sits quietly rocking herself against the gritty bricks wall stained with suppressed tears, her arms intertwined in a catatonic self-embrace, though appearing as merely a manic depressive fit. One honest look into her face relays pain beyond comprehension, but no one seems to notice those waterless tears welling up, vacant, bloodshot, and people pass without a second or a second's glance, so at last alone, except for the dismal fluorescence hum and sounds of her own choked, denied, stifled back cries. A fetal position, statuesque, as still as ocean, but an undercurrent of violent visions from an hour and a half earlier torments, that black oceanic undertow drowning her thoughts, and his scent which still lingers in her nostrils as her muscles twitch with the sensation of the stubble of his chin, and she's immobilized by the shooting pain between her thighs and caught like a deer in the headlight in that cold, forceful hand, and lost within deafening echoes of screaming, "No!" and grunting and yelling, and even then could feel the stale encrusted sweat prickling on the small of her back. "Hey! Are you okay?" An old acquaintance barely recognized her face and decided to investigate.
"Hey, what's your name? It's been a long time. How have you been?" "I've been fine, getting a lot done. Got into that killer party school and pre-preg with the hottest sorority with all the coolest girls. And what else? I mean, I really don't like talking about myself, but what have you been up to, lady? Hey, are you okay?"
Instantaneous horror returning to this world, an explosion from catatonic position, exposing his arms uncrossing and suddenly standing there, torn blouse, ripped waistline, fresh bruises, scarlet vines, wind to shins originated from in the thighs, smeared makeup, bloodshot, first-sprung tears concurrent, the split bottom lip coaxing the most agonizing scream ever heard. Snap, back to reality, years of therapy, combined with the anti-feeling, antidepressant medication of a numb, chunky, illegally prescribed alternative to living life. So years down the line, after every bit of help, she will never be able to feel normal again, because that initial scream of surreal agony still rings, hanging in the air, but the scream is not merely hers, but a collective vibration from every goddess that's ever been taken as a slave and becomes simply an object, a piece of vaginal meat and a testosterone conquest that follows the penis head as the head of state the moment that his hand took chokehold on his esophagus and murdered the girl the world had always known, leaving only her physical body, mostly alive, but literally destroying everything else inside. So once again, years down the line, she can never be the same person again. But what's most frightening is that there be entirely too many former women undead within, zombie daywalkers, whether innocent, stolen, leading lackluster lives obscured by false smiles, and 1 out of 5 already know what death feels like, minus the coffin. So I sing the unsung elegies to the millions of untold victims in purgatory transition, full of fear of every male member of this species, and I ask you please raise your hands in remembrance of the untold graveless, and to any of the advantage-taking goddesses in attendance I say this: none should ever go through what you have undergone. And we will never be able to understand, but know that you don't suffer in silence and you are not alone, because anyone with their hands in the air actually gives a damn.
And that was Trayce, the final poem of my first round. Give it up for Trayce and all the other poets in that first round. Judges, I need to see them scores again. 1, 2, 3.
That poet gets a 10, 9.9, you tease, 9, and an 8. All right.
That was the first round of the Poetry Slam. Now,